Today I'm listening to a 2-minute piece by Mexican composer Carlos Chavez. It's called Estudio, a Rubinstein, homage to Arthur Rubinstein for piano. And it starts with these very complicated, um, major and minor seconds. I think that characterizes the whole piece, actually. Yeah, okay. Very weird. Um, I believe this piece was written in the 70s. At least the score is copyright 76. So Chavez was quite old at this point. I think, well, let me check out his birth date again. Yeah, so he would have been in his late 70s when he wrote this. If we look at his list of works, it is actually composed in 1973, and I don't think he wrote any piano music after this. No, he has the Capriccios for piano, which were written 2 years later. So it's his second last piano piece. If you don't know, Arthur Rubinstein is a Polish-American pianist. He was born in 1887, so 2 years before Carlos Chavez was born, and he died in 1982. He's very famous as a performer of Chopin. He also played Beethoven, Mozart, Schubert, Liszt, Tchaikovsky, Saint-Saëns, and Schumann. Yeah, I don't know if this was written for Rubinstein or inspired by his playing, but there you go. I'm sure Chavez was a fan of Rubinstein's playing because the other piano pieces of his that we're looking at later in the series are Chopin inspired, right? So I think there's a connection there. Link to the recording I'm listening to is in the video description. Um, I'm going to give my opinions on that in a little bit here. If you have any opinions of your own, feel free to comment. Yeah, I'll see you in 2 minutes. Okay, this piece was a lot of fun to listen to. It's very virtuosic, and I'm glad I discovered it. The performance was really phenomenal. I think the sort of names associated with it and the challenge of it draws performers who are quite good. Um, it's not only is it all minor seconds, but it's very the theme itself is very angular and leapy, so it has a very interesting kind of pointiness to it. Um, and it's kind of noisy for the sake of being noisy, which I like. Has a couple of different ideas, like introducing both hands at the same time and introducing repeated little repeated things back and forth and adding rests even in to break up the phrase, because for the most part the piece is entirely 16th notes, right? So there's some things going on to keep it fresh, uh, like tied stuff in this section, for example, single line in the left hand against the seconds in the right hand, you know, and then it ends with a really big flourish, this chromatic run outward. And the final chord is another brand new thing, so it all feels very improvised, really unlike anything that we've heard Chavez do, and on the channel, and unlike anything in the piano series so far, I would say. Very creative piece. The next piece will be Stockhausen.